What was your "I really thought I got away with it" moment? When I was around 13 or 14, we lived in a quiet villa just outside a small countryside town. It was one of those sleepy neighborhoods where everyone kind of knew each other, and life moved at a peaceful, almost boring pace. Just down the road was this incredible modern villa. It stood out like a sore thumb. Tall glass windows, clean white walls, and garden lights. It looked like something out of a movie. A young couple had moved in not long before. She was a writer, always at home, and he was a pilot, always gone. No kids, but they had a massive German shepherd, kind of like a police dog, but way more playful. Since I was obsessed with dogs and we didn't have one, I slowly became their unofficial dog walker whenever the husband was away. I'd show up, walk the dog, sometimes play fetch out by the woods behind their house. They were always super nice to me. Sometimes they even slipped me a few bucks, which for a 13-year-old felt like winning the lottery. Everything was going pretty great until they threw that party. It was a warm Saturday night, July I think, and their place was packed. Music, lights, people laughing, drinking, dancing. Even from our house you could hear the fun. But what I could hear the loudest was the dog. He was outside, barking and whining like he'd been completely forgotten. I felt bad. My brain convinced me he was sad and lonely while all the humans were inside living their best lives. So, being the overly confident teenager I was, I decided to help. I snuck over, quietly opened the small side gate, and walked up to the dog. He wagged his tail and jumped like he was so happy to see me. I unhooked his leash to let him stretch his legs. Big mistake. The second that chain was off, he bolted, straight through the open kitchen window. I stood there in shock, watching as this 90-pound beast launched himself onto the kitchen table like he was looking for something he had lost. He tore through the party snacks like a wild animal, knocking over drinks, snatching food, even sending a tray of what looked like very expensive canapes flying across the room. One of the guests screamed and tried to shoo him away, which only made him more hyped. Then, I swear, he jumped onto the counter and body slammed the cake. The whole thing collapsed like a landslide. I panicked. Instead of going inside to explain, I ran straight home, straight to my room. I didn't even look back. I spent the rest of the night watching the chaos unfold from behind my bedroom blinds. The next morning, I had the nerve to casually greet the neighbor. "Hey, party seemed fun last night," I said, like nothing happened. They smiled politely, suspiciously politely. I thought I'd gotten away with it. A week later, a knock came at the door. It was the couple, and they brought evidence, a VHS tape. Apparently, their fancy modern home had a full security camera set up, and wouldn't you know it, one of the cameras pointed directly at the gate. They sat down with my parents and popped the tape in like we were about to watch a family movie. There I was in grainy black and white footage, slipping through the gate, unchaining the dog, and then, worst of all, standing in front of the kitchen window to watch the destruction like I was proud of it. I was done. I broke into tears, swearing I didn't mean for it to go that far, and that I just wanted to make the dog feel better. Thankfully, everyone else in the room found it funny and had a good laugh about it.